Have you ever noticed that the moment you stop chasing something, it starts coming to you? The moment you detach, the world seems to turn in your favor. But right now, you're stuck. She walked away, and all you can do is replay every conversation, every text, every moment, wondering what went wrong. You tell yourself she doesn't care, that she's already moved on. But what if I told you she's losing sleep over you and she'll never admit it? This is where most men break. They beg, they chase, they try to fix what's already shattered, and in doing so, they lose the one thing that could have turned everything around, their power. Because when you seek validation from someone who has already turned their back on you, you confirm their decision. You make it easy for them to walk away without second guessing. But you're not going to be that guy. You're going to do what she least expects. You're going to walk away, not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, completely. You're going to embrace stoic detachment and become the kind of man she regrets losing. Because here's the truth. Women don't regret losing the man who begged for them. They regret losing the man who became untouchable, the man who transformed his pain into power, the man who leveled up so drastically that she couldn't recognize him anymore. And make no mistake, she will feel the shift. She will feel the absence. And that's when the tables turn. But here's the catch. You don't do this for her. You do it for you. This isn't about revenge. This isn't about proving her wrong. This is about you stepping into your own greatness and letting the universe handle the rest. Because the second you stop needing her, that's when she starts wondering why you don't. And that's the first step, letting go of control. No more overanalyzing, no more waiting for closure, no more playing the role of the heartbroken man. You reclaim your power by understanding that nothing outside of you should dictate your inner peace. Nope, you're not chasing ghosts anymore. If you're ready to reclaim your power, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I release what I cannot control. Now let's begin. Number 1. Pain is temporary. Weakness is a choice. Right now, it hurts, and there's no denying it. The weight of rejection, the sting of betrayal, the emptiness where she used to be. It's all-consuming. Your mind keeps circling back to the same thoughts. What did I do wrong? Was I not good enough? Is she thinking about me? You tell yourself she's moved on, that she's happy without you, and that realization cuts deep. But listen closely. This pain is not your enemy. It is your greatest teacher. The truth is, you have two choices. Let this pain consume you, or use it to build the strongest version of yourself. Most men let heartbreak define them. They fall apart, drown in regret, and stay stuck in the past, hoping she'll come back. But the men who rise, they understand one thing. Pain is the currency of power. It's the raw material that forges greatness. You don't grow in comfort, you grow in fire. Think of the warriors of ancient times, the Spartans, the samurai, the gladiators. These men were hardened not by luxury, but by suffering. They endured pain so intense it would break the average man. Yet, instead of running from it, they welcomed it. They understood that suffering was not a curse, it was a rite of passage. And that's exactly how you need to see this moment. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic emperor, once said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." What does that mean? It means the very thing that feels like an obstacle, the heartbreak, the sleepless nights, the empty feeling inside, is the path forward. So, let me ask you, are you going to let this pain weaken you? Or are you going to take every ounce of it and use it to build something unstoppable? Because while she might not regret her decision right now, she will. She will when she sees the man you've become. But here's the catch. You don't transform for her. You do it for you. Pain is temporary. It feels unbearable today, but a year from now, it will be a distant memory. What matters is what you do with it. Will you let it break you, or will you let it sculpt you into the kind of man no woman can ever walk away from again? Every great man has suffered, but only the strong use suffering as a weapon. Nope, you're not letting pain break you. If you're ready to embrace the fire and use it to transform, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. Pain fuels my power. Number 2. The silent power of disappearance. Silence is a weapon, and right now it's the most powerful one you have. When a woman walks away, most men panic. They blow up her phone, double text, overanalyze every interaction, trying to fix what's already broken. But here's the truth. The more you chase, the further she runs. The more you try to reason with her, the more she loses respect for you. She expects a reaction. She expects you to crumble, to beg, to show her she still has control over your emotions. And when you do, you validate her decision to leave. But when you disappear, when you go completely silent, that's when the game changes. Disappearance is psychological warfare. The moment you remove your presence, something shifts in her mind. She starts wondering why you're not reaching out. She starts questioning if she made the right choice. And the longer the silence stretches, the louder it gets inside her head. Here's why. The human brain hates uncertainty. People crave validation that they made the right decision. When you chase, she gets that validation. She knows she still has you wrapped around her finger. But when you disappear, that certainty is ripped away. Now she's left with a question. Why isn't he chasing me? And that question? It's more powerful than any words you could ever say. Most men think silence is weakness. They believe if they don't fight for her, they'll lose her forever. But the truth is, if walking away makes her forget you, then she was never truly yours to begin with. A woman only values what she fears losing, and the moment she realizes she doesn't have your attention anymore, she starts craving it. But this isn't just about making her regret leaving. This is about you reclaiming your peace. Because the second you stop reaching, stop waiting, stop caring, that's when you become free. Silence is your power. Use it. Nope, you're not feeding her ego anymore. If you're ready to reclaim control, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. My silence speaks louder than words. Number 3. Emotional mastery equals ultimate attraction. The most dangerous man in the room is not the loudest. He's not the one who lashes out, begs, or tries to prove his worth. The most dangerous man in the room is the one who feels nothing. The one who is unshaken by chaos, rejection, or loss. Emotional control is the foundation of power, and right now, she expects you to lose yours. She expects you to break down, to let your emotions dictate your actions. But what happens when you don't? When you show absolute control over your feelings? That's when you become someone she can't ignore. Most men are slaves to their emotions. They let their feelings of anger, sadness, or loneliness push them into actions that only weaken them, sending long texts, begging for closure, trying to prove their worth. But here's the hard truth. Emotional weakness is repulsive. A man who cannot control himself will never command respect. Women are drawn to strength, not just physical, but mental and emotional. And the rarest kind of strength is the ability to feel pain without reacting to it. When you show her that her absence doesn't shake you, that you are just as composed, just as focused, just as powerful without her, that's when the power dynamic shifts. This is why Stoicism is so powerful. The Stoics believed that a man who controls his emotions controls his fate. They didn't deny emotions. They simply refused to be ruled by them. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." And this is where most men fail. They think the way to win is by making her jealous, by proving something to her. The real victory is becoming so emotionally unshakable that her actions no longer matter. Because when you master yourself, something incredible happens. You become magnetic. Women sense it. They sense when a man is unbothered, when he is not controlled by his feelings, when he does not need them for validation. That's the type of man they crave. So right now, you have a choice. Let your emotions destroy you, or let them refine you. Most men will let heartbreak turn them into a wreck, but you will let it turn you into a force of nature. Nope, you're not letting emotions control you anymore. If you're ready to become unshakable, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I control my emotions, they don't control me. Number 4. When you stop caring, they start chasing. Here's a harsh truth. Women don't chase men who need them. They chase men who don't care. Right now, she believes she has the upper hand. She thinks you're still thinking about her, still checking her social media, still hoping she'll come back. And as long as she believes that, she feels no urgency to return. Why? Because she knows you're waiting. And there is nothing less attractive than a man who waits. But the moment you stop caring, the moment you let go completely, that's when she starts to feel it. See, attraction is built on tension, the push and pull, the uncertainty, the idea that something could be lost. But the moment a woman knows she has you locked in, the tension dies. That's why the men who chase, who constantly seek reassurance, who try to prove their worth, always lose. They kill the tension. But the man who is indifferent, the man who moves forward without hesitation, he becomes a mystery, he becomes a challenge. And the moment you become a challenge, you become valuable again. Think about it. People only value what they might lose. It's human nature. And when you show her that she has lost your attention, your energy, your care, she starts questioning her decision. Did I make a mistake? Why isn't he chasing? Why does he seem so unaffected? And those thoughts, they're powerful. They create doubt. They create curiosity. And curiosity turns into obsession. This is why the art of detachment is so important. The more you care, the more you lose. The less you care, the more she chases. And it's not about playing games. It's about understanding human psychology. She cannot desire what is already hers. So the solution is simple. Stop waiting. Stop hoping. Stop caring. Walk away with your head high and never look back. If she regrets leaving, that's her burden to carry, not yours. Nope, you're not waiting around anymore. If you're ready to step into your power, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. The less I care, the more I attract. Number 5. They can feel when you move on. Energy doesn't lie. And whether she admits it or not, she can feel when you've truly moved on. Right now, she assumes you're still stuck, still checking her social media, still thinking about her before you sleep, still waiting for a sign that she might come back. And as long as she believes that, she feels comfortable. She has no reason to second-guess her decision. But the moment you stop caring, the moment your energy shifts, that's when she starts to feel uncomfortable. That's when she starts questioning. See, there's a reason why exes randomly text you months later. It's not always because they miss you. It's because they can feel you no longer miss them, and that realization triggers something powerful inside them. Loss. Loss is one of the strongest psychological motivators. People don't value what they have. They value what they think they're losing. And when she subconsciously realizes that your energy is no longer focused on her, it unsettles her. She starts wondering, why hasn't he reached out? Why does he seem so happy? Is he seeing someone else? And those thoughts, they will keep her up at night. But here's where most men mess up. They fake moving on. They pretend to be happy. They post things just to get her attention. They try to make her jealous. She sees right through it. Women are highly intuitive. They can sense when your actions are genuine and when they're forced. That's why the real power isn't in pretending. It's in truly letting go. The second you stop thinking about her, stop watching her stories, stop hoping for a text, that's the moment she feels it. Because your energy is no longer trapped in the past. It's free. And that's when she starts to wonder, did I make a mistake? But by then it's too late, because the version of you that was waiting no longer exists. Nope, you're not looking back anymore. If you're ready to fully detach, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I have moved on, and she can feel it. Number 6. The only apology you need is success. She doesn't need an apology. She doesn't need a long message telling her you've changed. She doesn't need closure. What she needs is to see you winning without her. Because here's the truth. Success is the only response that matters. Most men waste time trying to get even. They want revenge. They want her to feel the same pain they felt. But what they don't realize is that the best revenge isn't anger. It's indifference. And nothing screams indifference louder than a man who has leveled up so high that she no longer recognizes him. Right now, she expects you to stay the same. She expects you to linger in the past while she moves forward. But when she sees you thriving, when she sees you becoming sharper, stronger, more successful, that's when she starts to feel it. Not because she suddenly loves you again, but because she realizes she lost something irreplaceable. Think about it. What hurts more? Seeing an ex beg for another chance, or seeing them move on, level up, and completely forget your existence? That's why your focus should be on one thing only: yourself. Elevate your body, your mind, your finances. Become the man you were always meant to be, not to prove her wrong, not to make her jealous, but because this is your wake-up call. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." In other words, do not let this heartbreak turn you into someone weak, bitter, or desperate. Let it fuel your greatness. Because one day, she will look back. She will wonder if she made a mistake. She will realize that while she stayed the same, you became unstoppable. And by then, you won't even care. Nope, you're not proving yourself to her. You're proving yourself to you. If you're ready to level up, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. Success is my only response. Number 7. The last thing she expects you to do. She expects you to wait. She expects you to break. She expects you to linger in the past, watching her move forward while you stay stuck. That's what most men do. But you? You're going to do the one thing she never saw coming. You're going to disappear completely and become a ghost in her world. No texts, no reactions, no breadcrumbs, nothing. Not because you're playing games, but because you've outgrown her. This is where most men fail. They fall into the trap of trying to prove they've moved on, posting things just to make her jealous, faking happiness, hoping she notices. But that's still giving her energy. That's still caring what she thinks. And as long as you care, she has power over you. But the moment you go completely off the radar, the moment you truly vanish from her world, that's when she feels it. Because here's something most men don't understand. People are addicted to attention. Even if she doesn't want you back, she wants to know she could have you if she changed her mind. She wants to know you're still there, waiting in the shadows. But when you remove yourself completely, she loses that comfort, she loses that control. And that's when the panic sets in. She will check your profile, she will ask about you, she will wonder what you're doing, because the mind hates unanswered questions. And the biggest question of all, why isn't he chasing me? But here's the key. You don't do this to make her miss you. You do it to free yourself. You do it because the strongest move a man can make is to walk away without looking back. This isn't about her anymore. This is about you reclaiming your time, your energy, your focus. The second you stop playing her game, you start winning your own. Nope, you're not giving her your energy anymore. If you're ready to disappear and evolve, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I vanish, and she feels it. Number 8. She's watching, even if she pretends not to. She will never admit it. She will act like she doesn't care. She will pretend your existence doesn't affect her. But make no mistake, she's watching. Right now, she's telling herself she made the right decision. She's convincing herself she's moved on. But the moment she sees you thriving without her, that's when the doubt creeps in. See, here's what most men don't realize. Curiosity is more powerful than love. Even if she doesn't want to be with you, she still wants to know what you're doing. She still wants to be in control of the narrative. She still wants to believe that she was the best thing that ever happened to you. And when she doesn't get that validation, she starts digging. She will check your social media. She will ask mutual friends about you. She will scroll through your pictures, looking for clues. She will try to figure out why you're not broken, why you're not chasing, why you don't care. And that realization, it will eat at her. Because here's the truth. Women expect to be missed. They expect men to stay stuck. And when you don't, it forces them to see you differently. This is why you must move in silence. Let her wonder. Let her question. Let her feel the absence. You don't need to prove anything. You don't need to play games. You just need to keep rising. Because one day, whether it's weeks or months from now, she will feel the urge to check in. It might be a random text, a like on an old picture, a friend mentioning her out of nowhere. It's not a coincidence. It's her realizing she underestimated you. But by then, you'll be too far ahead to care. Nope, you're not giving her the reaction she wants. If you're ready to move in silence, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. She watches, but I don't wait. Number 9. You become the prize when you stop seeking approval. The moment you stop seeking approval, everything changes. See, right now she expects you to crave her validation. She expects you to be waiting for her attention, for her approval, for some kind of sign that she still cares. And as long as she believes that, you are not the prize. But the second you stop needing her, when you stop seeking approval from anyone but yourself, you become the man she can't ignore. Because here's the truth. Neediness kills attraction. It doesn't matter how good you look, how much money you make, or how nice you are. If a woman senses that you need her validation, she will lose respect for you. And once respect is gone, attraction follows. Think about the men who naturally command attention. They don't beg. They don't chase. They don't ask for permission to be great. They simply are. Their energy alone makes people gravitate toward them. And that's exactly what happens when you adopt the Stoic mindset. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinions than our own." And that's the problem most men have. They value external approval more than their own self-respect. They chase acceptance instead of radiating self-worth. But here's the secret. The second you stop needing validation, you become the validation. You become the standard. The man who moves through life with confidence, purpose, and certainty. The man who doesn't wait to be chosen. He chooses himself. And that's the man she regrets losing. Not the guy who waited. Not the guy who tried to prove himself. The guy who realized he never needed her approval in the first place. Nope, you're not seeking validation anymore. If you're ready to be the prize, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I approve of myself. That's enough. Number 10. The final test of power. Letting go. Letting go isn't weakness. It's the final test of power. Right now, you might feel like holding on just a little longer, keeping that door slightly open, hoping that eventually she'll realize what she lost and come back. But here's the truth. Real power comes from closing the door yourself. The strongest men in history weren't the ones who begged, chased, or waited. They were the ones who understood that what is meant for them will always find them, and what isn't must be left behind. And that's what you need to do now. Completely let go. Not for her, for you. See, most men never fully move on because they leave a piece of themselves in the past. They secretly hope she'll return. They keep tabs on her life. They wait for some kind of cosmic sign that she was the one. But all that does is keep them stuck, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Letting go doesn't mean you forget. It doesn't mean you weren't hurt. It means you refuse to let the past control your future. It means you take all the lessons, all the pain, all the growth, and use it to build something greater. And when you do, you become unstoppable. She will feel it. The moment you truly release her, the moment your energy shifts, she will sense it. And that's when the tables turn. But by then, you won't care, because your life will be too full, too powerful, too purpose-driven to ever look back. This is the final test, the last step, the moment where you choose yourself over everything else. Nope, you're not holding on anymore. If you're ready to take back your life, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I let go and I rise. You made it to the end, and if you've been listening closely, you already know the truth. This was never about her. It was always about you. You don't need revenge. You don't need closure. You don't need to prove anything, because the second you step into your power, everything shifts. You stop chasing, you stop hoping, you stop waiting. And that's when life starts to work in your favor. Because the truth is, you were never losing her. She was losing you. So now the question is, what are you going to do next? Are you going to stay stuck, reliving the past, waiting for a ghost to return? Or are you going to walk away, level up, and become untouchable? The choice is yours. And if you're ready to choose yourself, if you're done looking back, done wasting energy on people who don't deserve it, then take action now. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, and drop a comment below. I choose me always. Because that's the ultimate power move, choosing yourself every time. This is Stoic Blessing. Stay strong, stay focused, and remember, the power was always yours.